know what's really stupid, kind of pissing me off and everything? There's a Suicide Squad movie coming out. And, it seems for the most part pretty cool, right? Except for the fact of what they did with Harley Quinn. And I know, of course, I know that it started with the Arkham games, where they changed her appearance completely and removed her pretty cool outfit that was thematic and replaced it with her slut show outfit. Now, this bothers the shit out of me because it basically tells me that they're going from the angle of sex sells, not character sells, not interesting plot sells. But if we show enough of her skin, people will want to see her. And it's really demeaning and derogatory, I think, because they're reducing a character that's sort of one of the iconic helpers to the Joker, one of the iconic sort of villains that goes along with his madness, who was not supposed to be a sexual element, really. I mean, to a point, sure, every comic book female is to some point going to get fetishized. I'm aware of the real world, how this works, but she was not drawn to be this skin showing prostitute, basically. Where now, when you look at her, it's entirely about the sexuality of this character. It's entirely about her skin showing. It's about her sexuality, her sexualness, versus the rest of her character. Like all of the other stuff that they went into with her character to make her a fully fleshed out person is all just sort of thrown away because, well, sex sells. And I want to say something. If that's us, the comic book community, where we are just willing to digest and consume whatever media they throw at us because it's sexy, well, that's pathetic. That's pathetic and it's dumb. We shouldn't do that. We should be better than that. And we should be sitting there saying, hey, instead of sexualizing all of the women in this, let's make them interesting as people. Human beings, right? Which, it's really shocking, I know. But follow me. Women are people too. I know. Shocking, right? They're more than just a collection of fuckable body parts, quite frankly. And until we start in our media treating them that way, well, then we're not going to have interesting women characters. We're going to have fetishized women characters. And quite honestly, that shit's not very interesting to me. You want to see boobs? Go online, find some boobs. And more importantly, I think, is the fact that if we contrast the two designs of this character, we see something amazing. The first incarnation of Harley Quinn, from the Batman the Animated Series to the comic books, has her wearing an outfit that shows this much of her fucking skin. This much, that's it. The rest of her entire body is clothed. And yes, I'm aware her outlines are nice, sure. But you know what? That is a different kind of sexualization. We draw her sexy while wearing normal clothes. Clothes that cover you up. You can still be sexy while wearing clothes. That I know is another shocking concept. But bear with me here. People can be sexy for more than just their body parts showing.
Women don't need to be wearing armor with boobs. Yeah. Harley Quinn doesn't need to be wearing fucking heels in fighting.
It's like, Harley Quinn does not need those heels. She does not need heels in battle. She should be wearing, I don't know, something that at least seems effective for combat in some way. I'm, just throwing something out there, right? Where, in general, we seem to think that men need to have as much armor as humanly possible, and women should protect their boobies, and the rest of their skin is completely invulnerable. Wait, what? No. What? No, that's not how this works, and we all know that's not how this works. So why are we accepting this? Why are we allowing ourselves to be fed this sort of sexist bullshit where our women are basically valueless as entertainment unless they're showing off 80% of their goddamn skin? It's stupid, it's demeaning, and it's derogatory, and it makes us all look bad, quite frankly. Because if this is what we want as our comic book culture, right? If this is the kind of thing that we want to digest, well, we're kind of showing everybody that, yeah, we're just a bunch of people that fetishize what we like instead of treating it as a legitimate form of media, which I think, and I might be going out on a limb here, but that's kind of what us comic book fans would like, isn't it? For us to be treated as a legitimate form of media, entertainment, something that isn't just, oh, kids read comic books, but this is a legitimate and valued form of entertainment. And I'll tell you what, if our entire approach to women in this media is going to be that if they're not showing skin, they're not worth showing at all, well, then let's expect us to all get looked at as a bunch of perverts and immature, dateless people. Whether that's fair or true or not or whatever, people are going to draw conclusions based on what we accept and what we want. When you see a bunch of guys out there basically telling women to show more skin all the time, a lot of people are going to think of them as sexist assholes. And they're right. And if we're sitting there making the same demands of our women in our media, saying that, hey, I know that you are a complete character who was developed, fleshed out, and was created as sort of like a complete opposite of the fetishization of most females, well, let's drop all of that important stuff that means things and just add more boobies. Because yay boobies. Let's be honest, people. Let's sum this up real quick. Women are more interesting as people than objects, whether or not it's comic books or real life. So let's take a step here and go, hey, producers of our media, stop making women into sex objects and treat them as human beings that are worth paying attention to. Just something to think about.